British stuff, and he seemed to have a good taste in cars. I thought he'd be a good guy to talk to. We would probably have some stuff in common. But I was really introduced to Ian when I visited Malta on a worldwide trip in the summer of 2005. Part of the reason I chose the trip was I knew it would give me an opportunity to get to know Ian better. I soon realized that Ian was conveniently able to have the school fund worldwide trips that just coincidentally visited places where he had family. You can't fault a man for being smart. I started on the auto shop crew in the fall of 2003, and I've heard stories about Ian's son Callum, who had a reputation as the auto shop god from the many summers he had worked on the crew. I knew this was a guy would be a good person to know and learn from. When Callum returned to the college, I began my friendship with him, which in turn began my friendship with Ian. After the worldwide trip, I spent the rest of the summer working in the auto shop with Callum. I started my last semester in Ballfield as Callum's roommate. We frequently had dinner with Ian and Victoria, and I realized quickly this was not a meal to miss. Anytime dinner with Ian came up, I knew I was going to be there. I also learned a new expression, which is, I hope it's fit to eat, which it was always fit to eat. The summer after I graduated, Callum and I went to stay with Ian's relatives and to visit their house in Scotland. We explored, mountain biked, drank at real pubs, and just had a damn good time. I'm one of the few that can claim that they have been to the trifecta of Robertson households: Elaine's house in Malta, Lynn in England, and Victoria's in Scotland. Callum and Ian introduced me to the documentary Long Way Round, where Ewan McGregor and Charlie ride motorbikes around the world. After that, Callum and I were on a mission. The following summer, we both bought motorbikes, and we're gonna do our own riding that we were going to do our own long way round by going to Colorado. We did not realize how long it would take riding bikes that weren't really designed for this type of thing. It took us nearly 6 days to get to Colorado on the back roads, and then we were only left a few days before we had to turn around. Sometimes you learn the journey is more important than the destination. It also became obvious that we were not in the right place when the bike you're riding can barely hit 70 miles per hour and the 18-wheelers are going by you at 85, about to push you off the road. With Ian, I finally found a person that had the same genuine interests in so many similar things. I felt like I'd found a second father. When tragedy devastated the Robertson family, I was able to observe their true strength of resiliency as a family. I found it as a beacon of hope when I was having trouble understanding the inexplicable. I was able to gain strength from my relationship with Ian. When I was ready to propose to the love of my life, I knew where I wanted to propose: Dogwood Pasture. I asked Ian and Victoria if we could come after, and we drove up to his house with bells ringing and a marvelous spread on the porch. Nothing could have been done any differently. The event was so perfect, and I was so happy to be able to share this moment with the Robertsons. 1 year later, when I got married, I knew I wanted Ian to be my best man. I knew that when I was up on the altar trying to keep it together, I wanted him behind to support me. Ian's presence at my wedding just felt so right. It has been such an honor to have been asked to be able to speak about how wonderful a man Ian is and how lucky I am to consider him a dear friend. Thank you for allowing me to share a little bit with you, and I would like to toast Mr. Ian Robertson for a great 35 years. Toast to you.